Hey guys, Just Nerds here. I'm Elijah. My favorite Smash Bros. Character is Pit.
I'm Jonathan. My favorite Smash Brothers character is Kirby.
I'm Joseph. My favorite Smash Bros. Character is Link.
I'm Daniel, and my favorite Smash Bros. Character is Ike.
I'm Blake, and my favorite Smash Bros. Character is Pikachu.
Alright, so we just got done playing Smash Bros. For the Wii U for like the last couple hours, and now we're going to give you guys our thoughts on it. So, any thoughts on the new characters?
They're awesome. I really like the new characters. I think all of them are, for the most part, really well done. I think that they have really good ideas going for these characters. I definitely like Duck Hunt. He's probably my favorite of the newest additions. And I think I like how they brought back a few older characters like Dr. Mario. I think that's great. And I think, I haven't tried him yet, but I think Dark Pit looks pretty cool because he looks like he's not just a clone of Pit. He looks like he's actually got some differences between the two. So I'm looking forward for that, to trying all of them out. So
Yeah, I actually enjoy all the characters that they added. Well, Wii Fit Trainer's okay. I haven't really played as her yet. But it's pretty cool. Like, they added some more Pokemon like Greninja. They added Pac-Man. So now you have the legendary gaming icons like Pac-Man, Sonic, Mario, and who's the last one?
Mega Man.
And Mega Man. There you go.
I was excited about Mega Man. I was really excited about Mega Man.
Yeah, he plays pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Actually, I don't mind all the, like, some of the clones that they added, like Lucina and Dark Pit. Because, well, they are pretty much clones. They do have some slight differences that could make you better at one. Like, you can be better at Marth or Lucina, depending on however your playing style.
Would Zero Suit Samus be considered? Because they did add Zero Suit Samus, because...
Well, they just kind of separated the characters, which is actually kind of cool.
Which is amazing!
It's interesting.
I think it's...
And they gave her a bikini! So that's another reason.
Woo! No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I do like how they kind of separated them, so it gives Zelda, I guess, like, more focus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they could focus on these characters individually.
Yeah, like, we'll go more into with gameplay, but with this Smash Brothers, they're definitely going more with balance, because the gameplay feels, a mix of Melee and Brawl. And I think that's what they did with the characters to really develop them as their own characters. And because, like, I really didn't mind as much because I play Samus all the time, and I liked how she would turn to Zero Suit Samus after her final smash. But I think it's really cool. Like, Zero Suit Samus, I love playing as her more than Samus now. And Sheik and Zelda's pretty cool different, so I think that definitely adds more to the balance of the game.
Definitely. I like how balanced these characters are, just to say. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just so diverse, and there's a huge cast of characters.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of Mario characters too.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of Mario characters. I think that there's one thing I kind of have a problem with. I wish they could spread out more and make, more characters from diverse different genres. But honestly, that's not even a big deal because all the characters are just great.
So Fire Emblem just got a bunch of characters.
Well, because Fire Emblem just suddenly blew up, you know what I mean? Like, that's now huge.
Yeah, I think in the future we might see that actually, where more, series get more attention in Smash Brothers. So
I
that's
think I'd
pretty
like
cool.
to talk about that sometime. Like, just how what we want to see, like the characters we want to see. I think it'd be pretty cool. Go ahead.
Another thing is, the new characters, they aren't just like new lame characters. Many of them are really strong. Like, the goddess from,
Palutena?
Yeah, Palutena.
Yeah, I really like playing
She's
this
really
game.
strong. Little Mac, obviously, is like one of the strongest characters in the game right now for people who don't really know how to play. They use him a lot because he is really strong. And then Lucina, you're really good with her. She's actually really strong too. Robin, all these new characters are actually really strong. They're not just lame characters that they throw in. Let's talk about stages. How do you like the stages, the new stages that have come in?
Thank God they put in that Star Fox Assault one.
Yeah,
oh my
that-
gosh. I'm sorry. Star Fox Assault. Well, Star Fox in general is probably one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. I love that series so much.
That stage is beautiful.
Yeah,
it's
it
probably one of my
looks-
favorite ones now.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It looks... They took Assault and pretty much just made it in high def, and oh god, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I'm a little like kind of indifferent about is like how it progresses, like how you move through it. I like that idea, but I think like sometimes it's a little bit too frantic sometimes. I think it's really cool. But nonetheless it's still a great stage.
Yeah, the stage definitely looked good because of the upgrade to HD. They all look beautiful, like the Star Fox one. The older ones like Battlefield, well, it's just a plain stage. You see all the detail on the ground and everything. I love all the stages that they've added. Mario Galaxy is probably one of the most unique. With it's just round, and when you fire like a laser or something, the gravity actually bans it. That's pretty cool.
I think that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they brought like a stage like that in. I'm glad that it's not just like a plain, like, round stage. It's actually, it gives it side diversity with the anti-gravity. Were you going to say something?
Yes. How do you guys feel with the classic stages not being there right away? They have to unlock them. Do you like the fact that you have to play with the new stages, or would you like to play with the...
Honestly, I like unlocking stuff. Because it doesn't, I feel like when it comes to Smash Brothers and certain games, it doesn't feel like they're just making you do this so, the game is long-lived. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like it just goes on forever. It feels like you actually get rewards for playing the game.
Yeah, but, like that's with any game, because like if they gave you everything from like, the beginning, it'd be boring. You have to work for some of the new characters. You have to work for Duck Hunt. You have to find them. You have to beat them. Game & Watch with these new character, but you have to work for them. You have to beat them. New stages, you have to unlock them. You have to work for these new things, and I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it adds more excitement to the game
Yeah.
because you constantly unlock stuff. You want to get all the characters, and while the characters, you really only get them from repeatedly playing Smashes. That still gets you to keep playing Smashes and get those other characters.
Yeah, and I just want to say that Smash Brothers has always done such a great job of like making it fun to unlock stuff. Like it never gets tiresome. Like after maybe like a couple hours, you'll be like, okay, I'm done with Smash Brothers for a while. But like it's pretty fun to like keep going and like keep unlocking stuff, and I think that's just so awesome. Like it's fun to get there,
The greatest feeling in the world was when you were a kid and you saw the Challenger Approaches thing. But it was also one of the most nerve-wracking, because if you died, it would take another, 4 hours just to get back to that screen. You had no idea how you got there, because you were just playing and then you saw it coming in.
But they changed that in this one because, if you die, all you have to do is play another Smash, and then, they'd come again.
You can always come back, and that's what's cool. And I mean, oh god,
that
happened to me so many times though, because I'd always make some stupid jump, or I'd always try to finish them early. How sometimes there'd be all the way on the side of the screen, and you're like, oh, I can just jump and kill him. Well, sometimes, my character sucks, and I don't know how to use him well, so I jump, and then I fall, and,
I always liked the feeling. I didn't, when I was a kid, I never really liked knowing how to get a character. I always liked the feeling of doing it by surprise, because then you were just like, oh, look at that, I got a character.
Yeah, but dude, oh man, Melee. Mewtwo and Mr. Game & Watch, there's there's only one way you can get both of them.
Yeah.
And that's by playing hours upon hours of Smash Brothers, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. I don't know how long, I think it was 100 hours worth in Smash Brothers, and I was like, god dang, just for Mr. Game & Watch.
Alright, so moving on, what did you think of the graphics and the music?
Oh, wow, that's...
Beautiful.
Yeah, Smash
It's
Brothers
great.
has always been really good in the music department. Their music's always been classic.
Yeah, this time they've done a bunch of remixed music. Oh my gosh, there's so much. It's all great.
I think the music in this game, in the Wii U version, is really, really good, but I'm not gonna lie though, I still really, really like that Smash Bros. Brawl main theme, because it just has that epic feel, and that's just makes me want to fight. But I love the music in this game. The stages, it all matches perfectly, and there's even alluding, they even have little music playing for the old N64 version, I told you, and they have Melee tracks, and I love how they keep everything They take everything old and they make it new and they make it fresh, and it doesn't feel like it's they're just playing.
Yeah, and if you want, you can actually choose. They give you a list for songs for each stage, and you can pick how often you want a certain song. Mm-hmm. So, say you love the Brawl theme the best, you could put that at the highest and put everything super low, so you always get it. So, the Sonic stage, there's so much Sonic music, and you could say which one you want the best, or like that, which is really cool.
Yeah, I love how they did that in Brawl too, because they did that in Brawl, and oh god, I think the music is great, and the graphics themselves have really changed from Brawl to this game. I think in this game they're not as realistic, because in Brawl they really wanted to emphasize that, hey, look at Link, he actually looks like, he's got all the gear on, and Mario's got his jeans and the details. And I think in this game they have more of a cartoonish feel, you know what I mean? Bowser doesn't look so reptilian, he looks more like a cartoony character. Donkey Kong, you can still see the detail in his fur, and I like that, but he looks, a little bit more cartoony, I'd say.
I like what they did with Pac-Man, how they took Pac-Man and made it their own. Mm-hmm. How they gave him the boxing gloves and stuff like that. How they made it special. How they made him different.
Well, he's been like that for a while. I mean,
he had the TV show, but.
Let's not speak about
TV show?
Let's not speak about that.
Just not.
The Ghostly Adventures,
but
right?
I get what you mean.
Yeah,
they definitely had a cool, unique style for Pac-Man, especially with this Final Smash. Maybe the original Pac-Man. Mm-hmm. That's really cool.
Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to say I'm just so glad that they brought those characters in, because Okay, when I saw the trailer for Mega Man, I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Brawl came out, everybody was talking like, oh yeah, you know what they should do? They should add Mega Man. Yeah, man, that'd be so funny. Because like everybody was taking it as a joke. Then they took it seriously, and Mega Man's in this game. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
And Mega Man's Final Smash, man, that is it's the best Smash in the game. I'm gonna
So
sorry.
Yeah, it is.
The best Smash in the game is Mega Man's Final Smash.
It's so darn cool. That is amazing. I think.
He's bringing in
I've
all the Mega
always
Man.
liked what Smash Bros. Has done with characters. Like, they've taken the characters in the video games and then they've sort of brought them to life. Like, they changed how they look, but you can still see the classic elements. Like, Mega Man was always just like this little guy that you couldn't really tell, and he always had this look. And then they made him big, and you got to see, oh, that's what he looks up close and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
same with Sonic and Pac-Man. Because Sonic, the cool thing about him is that he's modern, but he also has those classic moves, like the spin dash and like the little noises he makes. I think those are awesome, and I think Pac-Man definitely prospered because of it, because, you know, they have all like the special moves he can do and stuff like that, and I think that's just great. I love what they've done with these characters. They're just so dang good.
So, moving on, how do you feel about the gameplay?
It feels very much like a Smash Bros. Game. I mean, they've kept it the same mostly, and they've changed it up a bit, but it just feels like a Smash Bros.
Yeah, like you
which
said,
is-
more balanced, like Brawl and Melee combined. Our good friend Brian said that it feels more responsive than Brawl, and I definitely agree with that. Definitely more quick pace and a lot of action packed, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I think they did such an amazing job of taking the simplicity of Brawl. Like, I remember, I think I read something that Melee was like, that had a ton of like advanced moves you can do. Like, there was like these super moves that like people could do in the game. They're not really super, but they're like,
They're special.
they're like if you
combos.
trick the control stick, you can do like crazy things. Like, you can make them land faster and stuff like that. Whereas Brawl, they took all that away to make it like more beginner friendly. Like, everybody's equal, and then in this game, some people are going to be way better than others. And I think they did a great job at taking Melee and Brawl and putting them together, and just to mesh them into a game that's good for, you know, advanced players and beginners, and it feels like everybody can play and have fun, have a great time. So I think that's awesome.
Is that it?
Well, like, I also want to say that I like the Wii gamepad, the Wii U gamepad. I think that's a really good option. I think it's cool how you can like watch.
So
the
you
battle.
admit you were wrong about the Wii U.
I was wrong about the Wii U in our first video games, Just Nerds?
Yeah.
I'll admit that, because like, well, first of all, now I have to get one. I did make a promise that if they ever announce a new Smash Brothers game, which obviously there is, and a new Star Fox game, I would get the Wii U. I have to get the Wii U.
So you admit you were wrong.
I will admit that I was wrong. It was probably just the only reason I didn't like it was because it felt like the gamepad was, you know, it just didn't look
Yeah,
right.
but
You know
it
what
feels.
I mean?
Yeah, I kind of felt the same, but then I was like, oh, it actually feels pretty good in your hands.
Yeah, I never got a chance to like look at it. It looked cool, and I actually like after playing it a while, I was like, actually, this is pretty good. I just felt like it was going to be like an iPad in your hand, and I didn't feel like that was going to fit right. But honestly, I take back everything I said. I was proved wrong. The Wii U is awesome.
So basically, viewers, we won.
You guys won.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you feel with the new additions? The 8-player Smash, the Smash Tour. How do you guys?
8-player Smash.
8-player Smash
that's
is
pretty
ridiculous.
intense.
It's chaotic. I like how they only let you use certain stages
Yeah.
because it's so chaotic.
Yeah, but it's cool how they actually built stages specifically for that. Like, they got Battlefield and then Big Battlefield. They're like Palutena's Temple. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely really big and cast for more variety when you're fighting.
Yeah, I'm just so happy because a dream was realized by letting 5 people play. Because every time I'd play Brawl or something like that, I'd have like this couch full of people like, when's my turn? Oh, wait, you'll get your turn. Let me just beat this guy.
You always need to switch every time you lost.
And I'm so happy that like you can finally, like now all 5 of us can play one round. You know what I mean?
If
That's
people
so
want,
nice.
they can play with 8 GameCube controllers, and that's the dream right there.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad that they didn't take the versatility of the controller options. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can use pretty much anything you want, and that's
It's
so
like
good.
our other good friend, he said Xbox One and PS4, you only have that one controller. But with the Wii U, you have the GameCube, the gamepad, Wii Remote, the Pro Controller. You have so many options you can do.
That's so great, and that's why I like the Wii U is because it's versatile. You can do whatever you want with it, and that's awesome.
This is all why that Nintendo is wrecking the competition right now. Nintendo is doing better than Xbox and PlayStation right now.
Is that true? Have they actually been doing that? Like, is that?
Yeah,
The sales have been going up for them because of
Yeah.
Smash Brothers and because like the new Pokemon game,
That game is
Alpha
magic.
Sapphire. They came up with this. They've been doing great so far. They've been doing great. The new
That's
Wii
pretty
U.
much every year, though. Every time a new like Smash Brothers game or Pokemon game comes out, Nintendo's profits go up. The
because
ratings.
everybody loves those things. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, love the
So
system.
thoughts on
Love the
Smash Tour?
Smash Tour is actually not that bad. People saying, it's not really good. It's kind of why play it. Actually, I think it adds some more variety when you're playing with people. You get a little tired of regular Smash, and you could try some more variety. Because it's cool how you can get your stats and try to raise them. Like Blake, he raised his arms to like 1,000, and I raised my speed, and that was a pretty fun fight.
Coming from a guy who's played all of them, I like the addition of it, the at least option of it.
Yeah.
The coolest part, and I think this is what people, kind of have a problem with, is the fact that you don't have to play this mode. It's there if you want it. You don't have to play it. And that's what's cool. That's what I think is a lot of people, the option's there and they feel like they're forced to play it. You're not forced to play it. You don't have to play it. I think it's good, and I'm glad it's there. Is it one of my favorite things? I would have preferred an adventure mode, of course, but it's still good, and it's still fun to play. It's
We
good.
played around. I wouldn't mind playing it again. Obviously, we're gonna play more regular Smash, but if we ever want to play it, I wouldn't mind at all.
Yeah, not at all. It's a good option. I like it.
Was Smash Run on the Wii U?
No, Smash Run's only on 3DS.
Oh yeah, that's right. Smash Run.
This is Smash Tour. Right?
Yeah, it says Smash Tour's on the Wii U. And like you were saying about Smash Tour. I mean, I'm a little off and on about Smash Tour. I mean, but it's worth playing. It's worth giving Smash Tour a try. It's fun. But I like Smash Run better on the DS version.
Yes,
it's just
same here.
because it's more like what do you call it? Like it's like a platformer because like you go through. It's still a Smash. You still fight enemies, but it's like you keep going. It's
I see why they did it because 3DS it works because you're playing on your single screen by yourself. Obviously with people online, but they have their own screen. Split screen that would be really tough to do. You couldn't really do that.
oh, yeah,
But right, I do like it better too. But Smash Tour is still alright.
yeah, I like Smash Tour. I mean, it's worth giving it a try. I mean, it's not worth just pushing it aside. It's worth giving it a try.
Exactly.
So any final thoughts on the game?
Oh god, this game is amazing.
I'm glad it exists.
Smash Bros is probably my favorite game of all time, and
Game
it's
series.
even though I've grown older and I've played them all. This one's just as good as everyone else.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, whether you like Melee more or Brawl, I don't really care. I love Smash Brothers, and this game is worthy of the name. It is that good. It's so
really
good.
It's really good. And
yeah.
even though we would have loved another story mode like before, there's still a lot of stuff you can do. All-Star mode's fun, going through each of the generations of Nintendo. All the different events that you can do to unlock more stuff. And just classic mode and the unique way they did it in this one. So that's really cool. Even though we don't have story mode, there's still plenty of options to do.
I mean, I just realized that we never talked about the Miis.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they mentioned
Yeah.
I mentioned the characters.
Yeah, Mii's are pretty cool.
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
put yourself in Smash. Because I
Yeah.
customize for each of them, Brawler, Sword Fighter, and Gunner. They're all really fun to do.
That is so cool. I
Yeah.
think that's awesome to have your Mii as a playable character. But not only that, you get to choose what this character uses: fist, sword, guns. That's awesome. I think that's
You can customize 3 moves for each of, your up move. There's 3 options for that. Side, 3 options for that. So that's really cool.
that is awesome.
It's really funny because my friend Ryan he made a Gordon Freeman Mii and he's made him a Buster. And I thought that was really funny. It's like you could make any character you want as a Mii and you could put him in Smash Brothers.
That is so
That's
cool.
what I really liked about the Miis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
But final thoughts. Amazing title.
Yep.
Just a great game.
Glad
if
it
you have a
exists.
Wii U, go out and buy this version. Because I think this version is probably my favorite.
And if you can't afford this version, buy the 3DS
Compared to
version.
what I've played for the 3DS, I think this version just is.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
much more diverse.
Yeah.
But if you can, depending on what you can do,
Yeah.
get either or. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that's
So,
it.
in conclusion, whether you're a child or an adult, buy the game. And salute to you, Nintendo, for bringing back classic elements to this game and adding new elements. And that's just Nerds here. Please like and subscribe our videos. And have a good night, good day, good week, whatever.